Today, my friend Milagros and me, we are going to talk about beauty. So, I would like to start with our conclusions of our interviews. So, my first conclusion is when you mention the word beauty, men used to think about the physique, but in the case of women, they used to think about the feelings, what is inside the person, the feelings, thoughts, and that's an interesting point. So, in the second conclusion, people describe themselves as beauty or handsome by their feelings. Or, for example, when you ask the question, do you consider yourself as beautiful or handsome? They say that yes, because I am a good person. It's interesting because we don't find people who, it's not common to find people who say, yes, I consider beautiful. I feel beautiful because I am cute or something like that. It's not common, but it could be. It's a turn of my friend Milagros.
The appearance is a gift, but inner beauty is an achievement. We can just judge a person just for his or her appearance, but we do that. What I want to do today is to talk about beauty, but first of all, I like to focus on the survey. One of the things that I want to highlight and that caught my attention about the answers is that both girls are pretty because one of them shows her appearance and yes, she looks good, and that the other girl was also beautiful because she shows us how she is with her customs and happiness. They show themselves as they are. Also, there are many variations and evidence that said that our perception of beauty vary in each ethnic group. Another point I want to make about the survey is that everyone considers that we are all beautiful because what matters is our inner beauty. But here I wonder where the classic saying is, the first impression is the best impression. I think that if they can think that the most important thing is inner beauty, such as feelings and values, but in reality, from the beginning, people pay more attention to someone's physical appearance, and all people have internalized that. It is not as if you know what that person is like just by looking at that person. It's random, our election of friends, and we are not having strategies. We don't know what person is inside, for instance. Okay, we're going to go to the analysis with the first question. What is a beauty enhancer and which are the most common ones in use? Uh, for years, a beauty standard has been maintained, which sooner or later will affect people. That is why the most useful product that can help to these people to maximize their beauty are cosmetics and surgeries, for example, which lately have been evolving. These days there are any type of makeup you can imagine. There are innovative products from lipsticks to skin liners, and the same happens with plastic surgeries. If you have money, you can finance any type of surgery. They don't conform in the way they are, I think. Also, I have this question in my mind, that is, what will happen to these people when they get old? That beauty enhancer is going to alter something? I'm not sure what to answer, but there are indicators that it won't be a very comfortable old age, and maybe it could be a challenge too, or a nightmare. Okay, we're going to the second question, that is, why are they used? The use of enhancers is just a matter of looking good, or is there an pointless intention of trying to fit into what the society imposes? Beauty enhancers benefit us, and it will not always be that same. Since while you are young, you can look beautiful with these power ups. But what happens when you're an old woman? In my opinion, I currently believe that the most of these beauty enhancers are used to look good, to feel good about yourself and to feel pretty. But that doesn't mean that the society has imposed a typical beauty, so you can see it on TV, like the people who appear in TV, who show and generate a kind of stereotype to how to look good, which is so debatable nowadays. We need to look for more.
The representation. The third question is beauty a concept of higher concern for women than for men? Explain why. Okay, maybe 20 years ago, it was more common for women than for men. But actually, it's not just Korea and China, countries who made this kind of surgeries or enhance their beauty. Those times, in this year, we can say in 2020, we have seen these cases of transsexual people. If a person wants to be a transsexual people, they need to make some surgeries. For example, in lips, it's so common in this year. We have seen those kinds of surgeries and also nose. But I can say that in this year, it's not just for women, the surgeries or enhance beauty, but it's so common in men too. The fourth question, how influential is beauty in life aspects? Thinking about our country, we can say that its beauty is so influential in cities who has, for example, cities who have social media, because in social media you can find celebrities and people, for instance, celebrities or singers or other influential people. For example, if you think about a jungle of our country, you can find different groups or ethnics, and it's not common to find people who are worried about their physique or their aspect, or maybe if they want to make their lips more full or bigger. It's weird. But we have found different examples where you can find how people is thinking a lot of in beauty. Look at this, for example. Se busca señorita, buena presencia. It's common to find those kind of advertisement. I can say that in this time, beauty is or has a great role in our society. It's bad, I think. But in other fields, for example, as we were talking about cosmetics, is some business or some stores are focusing on the inside beauty. It's good. And as my final conclusion, I can say that I am agree with this quote. It matters more what's in a woman's face than what's on it. Candid Colbert. I think that it's more important what you have in your heart, because if a people is a beautiful person inside, you can transmit this to your face. It's not rare that I have seen people who are just so happy, so kind, so grateful, and they are beautiful or handsome. I admire those kind of people. For me, it's better if you want to be a beautiful person or a handsome person, you need to start inside your heart, and then you can work in your physique and in your heart. That's all.
Okay, as the Greek writer Aesop said, it is not only pretty feathers that make a bird beautiful. I completely agree with that, because while appearance is an influential factor in our treatment of people, that doesn't mean that all people have good feelings or values. Many people have different perception about beauty too, which is also influenced by the place where we grew up. But in other words, we are all beautiful because we are all unique. We need to love ourselves. We need to speak to ourselves too. We need to have a high self-esteem too. I think that we are all unique and we need to love. Thank you.